Hello everyone, Marilyn O'Malley here. How are you doing? I am following up on, had a tree message for everybody that was to open their hearts. The trees have all been just saying, help people open their hearts, open, open, open. That's going to be really important. It's really important to be, because think of opening your heart as like also growing the strength of your heart. And it's, and your heart is just not you, it's like the strength of your character, the strength of your human body consciousness. It's just like the heart is the center, that this light is coming in, this energy that's coming in, and is very high and strong, and affects, and it comes in through the body, and it's giving information through the body, through the heart. So it's coming down and coming into the heart, or coming in this way, so you can realize that how important this is when we have solar flares and CMEs and different things going on. If your heart is weak, you can feel it affected. When I first was going through the awakening and the ascension, symptoms were like, one of the things is feeling the heart being very, very electric like, and also like tingling, or like an like it's stretching in a place that's too constricted for it. So the more like doing breathing practices will really help you be in that area, open up this area so that it's flexible, so that it can expand. And then also it's will help strengthen this area, right? So we're strengthening this area as we say, expand your heart, open your heart. And again, like it being an exercise, but it's an emotional, it is an emotional, a physical, and a spiritual expansion that's going on with the heart energy. It's not just this physical, and it's like your heart really, or not just emotional, like love yourself more. But that's what I'm going to help you, because the whole thing is the awakening is this kind of breaking open of your heart to experience yourself in a new way, experience yourself without the limitations, without the old programming and stuff that you've had that makes you feel, and that has had you contract your heart, or contract your unconditional love for yourself in ways that, where you don't feel like you're good enough, you're worthy enough, you're lovable, etc. So I'm going to give you some easy techniques, and then I'm going to give you some harder ones about where to go to how to start to open this, right? So I'm going to try to do this without my glasses, because my glasses are always reflecting. And again, I have my notes in front of me here. But one way is in the morning when you first get up, when the sun is low, is to do some sun gazing. And if you can, also just be in the sun, be like as naked as you can be in the sun, allowing the sun to pour into your body. Then the sun is super healing. When we're not going out in full day, full practice, but like 15 minutes, 30 minutes of early sun, or not, also just looking right below the sun, letting the lights, you'll see like kind of rainbows and feathering of the sun that comes out to you. You don't look directly at it, but just kind of right below it. And just letting that sun into your system is very loving, because anything that you do that is good for your body is telling your body you love it. So, so these are the easiest things, right? So sun gazing, and then letting your body, as much of your body as you can, have like 15 minutes to 30 minutes of sun bathing in the light, and go out in the real sun. Windows block certain rays of the sun, so go out in the real sun if you can, if that's possible. If you can't, then like open a window and lay underneath the where the sun is coming in. Watch what cats do. Cats follow the sun around all day, basking in that sun. Okay, also being in nature is one of the places, just really not being in nature and necessarily worrying. Just be in nature, present in nature, now in nature, listening to the birds, listening to rivers or waterfalls or lakes, listening to the trees, blow in the wind, feeling the grass and earthing under your feet. Again, very loving and grounding for you, which helps you get out of fear and feel safe and nurtured. It's nurturing. So you're not having to expand energy, you're taking in energy, and that is nurturing and healing to your body, which is loving, which will open your heart again. Also being around animals, any animals, loving animals does the same thing. Or babies or children, when you're laughing and watching them and you're playing with them, or just observing them, how they just melt your heart, anything like that just melts your heart. Start looking around at the beautiful things that people do for each other, like somebody walks an older person across the street, or carries their groceries, or just takes care of them. That extra thing pays for somebody's coffee, or whatever. Just start noticing those things that, again, open up your heart. What we've done is we've closed it. We're worried, we're in fear, we're doing all the opposite things. And so these are things that are easy for you to do. Watch throughout your day. Gratitude, being grateful for that nature you're in, grateful for the things that you see throughout your day, grateful for that person that took the time and did a beautiful act for somebody else, grateful that your heart is beating, that your heart is expanding, that you have this information, grateful for the sun and the light and whatever it is, your breath, right? Those are really, really good things that open your heart. The other is make a difference in somebody's life, like I just was talking about, somebody helping somebody in some way without getting something in return. It's just like a natural, like your heart wants to do this. You feel compelled to do this. Whether it's creating something, whether it's giving of time and energy, or whether it's giving money, finances, support in some way, in a variety of ways that can happen. Unconditional love, smiling when you go through the cash register, or just people on the street smiling. I radiate love. I go out, I just walk through and I just radiate the love, and whoever wants it gets it. So again, recognizing other people, when people see that you see them or hear them, that opens their heart, which again, you're opening your heart. Hug somebody, right? Hug somebody. Touch somebody on the back if they don't want to be hugged. Just like, I'm here, I see you, I recognize you. Listen to somebody. Just listen. Don't come up with answers or anything. Just be there. Listen. That's heart opening. All these things that you're doing are heart opening for you as well as for them. And then, and don't do any of these things if you feel pressured to do it. Don't do it. It's not the same energy. Don't do something because you think you should, right? You're doing things that you feel compelled to do, things that will open your heart. And there are some times when you're like, don't want to do it, but then you do it and you're like, oh my God, that felt so good to do. Just pay attention to it. So don't, so mean whatever you do. Just to support, and celebrate them. Celebrate people. Let's celebrate life. Let's celebrate each other. This would be a different world if we do that, right? Okay, so another, let me see if I did. Here's another thing. So opening your heart. So pay attention to your body. When you do that, you your body feels the love, just like paying attention to somebody else. Like you're seeing it, oh, hello. Or your inner child is like, oh my gosh, I have their attention. So pay attention to what your body's feeling and what your body needs. And that can also be, we can do the emotions because that would be your inner child. So, and then meet them. So pay attention to what you're feeling and allow yourself to feel them, because then you're listening. You're listening to your body. You feel it. And if you listen to it and feel it, then that energy will move through you. And that's like you just gave yourself a big hug and you just supported yourself, which takes away the fear, the constriction. And it's like, it just really, it grounds you. And your heart opens then. And it's really important to meet your needs. So if you're hungry, eat. Again, that's loving energy. If you're emotional, pay attention to your emotions. If you are, crazy sitting in front of the computer and you keep hearing, get up, get out in nature, go walk, go move your body, go do it. And when you do that, it's loving. When you eat good, healthy things, when you go to bed at a good time, when you don't abuse your body, when you are drinking lots of water and nurturing it, all that nurturing, meeting your needs. Love it when you put on lotion. Love that that you have this incredible body to put it on. Your body's not letting you down. So sometimes we feel that, and then we're against our body. We don't. It's just like start loving your body in all different ways, in wherever it's at right now. Just frickin' love your body. You will see a change happen. You will be in less pain. You will have all these other biochemical things that will happen. Connecting the heart with the body, with the brain. So all this that I just shared with you will create all those body chemical, like over 1,300 biochemical things that are going to go on when you open your heart in your body. All right. So the other thing I wanted to share, because some of you, I'm sure, because I run into this all the time, you're not the only ones, who have a lot of trouble with the word love for themselves or for anybody else. They don't trust it. It's not good. It's connected with abuse. It's connected with money. It's connected with other things that don't feel good to you. So you cannot use the word love. So because it just repels you, and know that that's a programming and that can be changed. And I'm talking about unconditional love. That means that you're loved no matter what, no matter who you are, no matter what you do. You came into the world this way. But I'm gonna say, so for the sake of those of you who have a lot of trouble with this word love, and it means sacrificing yourself, etc. That's not what we're talking about. So love, right? So love for a lot of people is conditional. And that's not what we're talking about. And that's not who you are. You are not a conditionally loved person, although that's what you've been taught. And that's what you've grown up with. So I'd like for you to start then changing the word love and use caring or deeply caring. You deeply care for somebody, you deeply care for yourself, or you just care for yourself. Start wherever you can, and then just, if you're just at caring, just care for yourself. Then all those things that I said, nature, being in nature is caring for yourself. Being in the sun is caring for yourself. Listening to your body, your feelings, your needs is caring for yourself. So allowing yourself to open up and feel is deeply caring for yourself. And as you do this more and more, you will hang on a minute. I'm on a video. Sorry. So doing this more will help you eventually get to that unconditional love. And we'll take it from there. So now I'm going to share, sorry, I have workers here in the house and they were coming up to do something, so I had to tell them, no, wait a minute. So here's some more complicated, just for that things that need to be done in order to open your heart more. And these take time, and some of them take having assistance from like a coach or a therapist or a counselor or, wherever you can find help, because sometimes it's not easy to see certain things by yourself when you're programmed. It's not easy to see your own programs. So first is to know your programming. So these is to find out how are you programmed so you're not loving yourself and you're not opening your heart and you're constricting. What are the things that you're believing that are, conditional, that have made you be conditional? And so when you start to do this too, you're going to create a part B to this as you start to connect more to who you really are and to yourself. And that's really important. One of the things that why we don't open our heart is we are not connected to ourself. And the other is, the part B of this is you're also not connected to source or God or the quantum field. You don't feel that connection to the bigger picture, which is really a super supportive part of who you are. And so it's the bigger picture of who you are. Then the next picture is picturing who are you in this human body, and then who are you as a multidimensional self. When you get to know these and explore who that is and know your programming, that how you've been programming, so you've forgotten who you really are, that unconditional, loving, multidimensional, brilliant, juicy, messy being, then it's hard to do some of these things for yourself, because what you're believing, you're programming. And so that's limiting you. So the next then would be to remove those limiting beliefs and programs. You're not lovable, you're not enough, you're not perfect enough, you're not worthy, and all different areas, the shame, the guilt, the, whatever happened in your life that has limited you, constricted you, and has, made you think and believe that you're not the expansive, beautiful being that you are. And then the third is forgiving yourself and forgiving others for yourself. So forgiveness is a huge part of this. And once you understand how you got programmed, why you got programmed, and it's not your fault, and it's not your parents' fault, and it's not a lot of people's fault, because a lot of people are programmed, and why that happened, and realizing the bigger picture, then it's easier for you to forgive yourself, forgive others around you, and have a more broad understanding of what it is that's going on. And so then the next thing is you discover you're not broken, you're not damaged, you're not shameful, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just going to be a process of going through what I'm just sharing with you that's going to open your heart and expand you and expand your energy and your abilities unbelievably. That is what happens next. So you do need somebody, I believe, to help you, and that's what I do in my coaching with my clients. And you can also get that over in a group session, in a group work with at my Patreon site. So you can join us over there. That's a lot less expensive than one-on-one, but if you want one-on-one, I love that work, and it's deep, and we dive deep and we go through this, and you get done a lot faster than you would on your own because I know where to look and how to help, have the tools and stuff to help you. And we do that as a group on Patreon also. Also, please share this video and like it, and because then that helps me get this word out and help other people who are suffering from this limited vision of themselves and not having an open heart and loving themselves and being able to love each other. Then we wouldn't have any wars. We wouldn't need war. Okay, so then the next thing is looking in the mirror. So this is a great exercise that you can do actually through is looking in the mirror and looking deeply into your eyes. And looking deeply into your eyes and then just letting your heart open, let your heart feel, because you're gonna see the truth of who you are in your eyes. You might even see your face change. But as you start to do this work in the opening, you might even say, I love you. Look in your eyes and say, I love you. And you're saying that to your little girl who's been programmed, or your little boy who's been programmed also. I love you. I love you. I love you. And you can even put your hand up, and you can do high fives. You can make this playful and deep. And you might, like I said, you might even see your face change. But this opens your heart too. You're looking at yourself, you're loving yourself unconditionally. Unconditionally, just open and see what you feel in there when you look into your eyes. And it might be sadness, and it might be anger at the things that's all right. Just let whatever comes up and allow yourself in a loving way to experience that. Allow yourself to feel the anger, to feel the sadness, to feel the shame, because there really is no shame. Just to notice that there is shame, and it's just shame because you're hiding it, and you can allow it out, let it move. And then in between that, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry, you're gonna giggle, you're gonna be like, it's gonna feel crazy. That's all right. You're gonna allow yourself, you're gonna feel that heart opening. And then the last one right now too is to get out of fear. To get out of fear. A lot of the constriction is all around our programming and our worry that people are gonna see we're not perfect. People are gonna see that that we've been an imposter. People are gonna see that we're not real. People are gonna see we're not lovable, we're not worthy, we're not perfect in whatever way that you have that perfectionism. And the whole thing is that's the fear, and we've been taught to fear all this stuff. We've been taught to feel all this stuff. And when you can realize that you've been taught it is not you, then you start to let go of the fear. And again, then when the fear is gone, you don't have these blocks to allowing the love in, to allowing yourself to feel the love, to allowing yourself to feel, because a lot of us don't want to feel because we think we're going to feel rotten things about ourselves, right? Because all those things that we think are true. The majority of things that you think are not true. Don't believe them. A lot of the things that you feel have been conditioned. And then you can, as you get rid of these conditioned feelings and conditional way of feeling about yourself, then you start to feel new things and broader things and more intuition and more information that serves you, that puts you in the flow, that helps you to create health and wisdom and make better choices. So these are the ways that the tree messages, what they're saying, and what they want for you. So it's a bigger thing than what I can say in 90 seconds with the tree message. This is what they're wanting for you. They want you to know who you really are. They want you to be doing things and spending time in places that nurture and heal you. They want you to feel your connection to everything, to them, to source, to God, quantum field, to all the nature, all the things in nature, and how they're here to support you. Again, and opening your heart. Know that the cosmos are here working with you, supporting you, activating you, changing your DNA. You're growing, you're learning. Again, if you need support, reach out to me or reach out to others. You're not here to do this alone. We're here to do this together, and we're all in different places. That's all right. And there's not a lot of people who are waking up right now. There are people waking up, and there are people all in different levels, but you might feel very alone in this. I wanted to let you know there's at least a billion of us that are awake and working the energy and helping, here to help others. So, but we're all spread out. And to hold the energy, to create this loving, supportive energy for your awakening and ascension, your evolution. So you are here to express through your heart space, through the love that you are, through the light that you are, what you're here to create, what you're here to do, how you're here to serve, how you're here to love, what you want to experience. So you can go and do that and feel free to do that. All right. Until we meet again, love, live, and matter. So open your hearts and connect to the trees and nature and to the love that you are and the light that you are. Shine your light brightly. Share your love widely.